I remember the day I got my first big promotion. I immediately traded in my reliable sedan for a luxury lease I could barely afford. On the outside, I looked like I had finally made it, but every night I'd lie awake calculating how many days I had until the next payment. That was my first taste of the high cost of a fake life. Living beyond your means isn't just about a negative bank balance, it's a psychological prison. It starts with a small upgrade, then another, until your entire identity is built on things you don't actually own. Today, we are diving deep into the cognitive load of debt and how you can finally break free from the cycle of lifestyle creep. Think about the last time you bought something you didn't need. Was it for you, or was it for them? We often use spending as a tool for social signaling. We want to show the world we are competent, successful, and worthy. But when that signal is funded by high-interest credit, it becomes a weight that drags down our mental health every single day. This is the keeping up trap. It's a psychological driver rooted in evolutionary biology. In the past, status meant survival. Today, status means a bigger house or a newer phone. But our brains haven't caught up. We feel a visceral sense of anxiety when we feel we are falling behind our peers, leading us to spend money we haven't earned yet. When you live beyond your means, your brain stays in a state of high alert. This constant financial worry acts as a chronic stressor, flooding your system with cortisol. This isn't just about money, it's about biology. High cortisol levels over long periods can impair your memory, your focus, and even your ability to regulate your emotions effectively. Have you ever wondered why you feel so tired even after a full night's sleep? Financial anxiety is one of the leading causes of insomnia. When your head hits the pillow, the math starts. You calculate bills, interest rates, and the gap between your income and expenses. This cognitive load prevents your brain from entering deep, restorative sleep cycles. This stress doesn't stay confined to your own head. It spills over into your relationships. Statistics show that financial disagreements are a primary predictor of divorce. When we are stressed about money, we are more irritable, less empathetic, and more prone to conflict. We stop seeing our partners as teammates and start seeing them as obstacles to our financial security. One of the most dangerous psychological effects of debt is decision fatigue. When your resources are scarce, every single purchase, even a cup of coffee, requires a complex mental calculation. This constant negotiation wears down your willpower, making it actually harder to make good financial decisions later in the day. It's a self-reinforcing cycle of poor choices. Then there is the dopamine loop. Every time we buy something new, our brain releases a hit of dopamine. It feels great for a moment, but soon, hedonic adaptation kicks in. The new thing becomes the normal thing, and the excitement fades. To get that same high again, we have to buy something even bigger or more expensive. We are chasing a ghost. In today's world, this is amplified by social media. We are constantly bombarded with the highlight reels of others. We see the vacations, the cars, and the luxury goods, but we never see the credit card statements or the anxiety behind the photos. We are comparing our internal reality to someone else's curated and often debt-funded external projection. So, how do we break free? The first step isn't a spreadsheet, it's psychological grounding. You need to detach your self-worth from your net worth. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we only truly possess our character and our choices. Everything else, wealth, reputation, possessions, is indifferent. When you internalize this, the urge to spend to impress others vanishes. Mindfulness is your greatest weapon against impulsive spending. Before you click buy or swipe your card, take 10 deep breaths. Ask yourself, am I buying this because I need it or because I'm trying to soothe an emotion? Most of our unnecessary spending is just a poor attempt at self-medicating for stress, boredom, or loneliness. Once you have the psychological foundation, you need a practical framework. I recommend the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. This isn't about deprivation, it's about intentionality. It gives you permission to spend on what you love while ensuring your future self is cared for. The 30% for wants is crucial. If you try to cut out all joy, you will eventually burn out and binge spend. By budgeting for fun, you remove the guilt. You can enjoy that nice dinner or that new hobby because you know it fits within your boundaries. This shifts your relationship with money from one of fear to one of management. Another powerful technique is the 48-hour rule. For any non-essential purchase over $50, you must wait 48 hours before buying. Often, the dopamine spike subsides within a day and you'll realize you didn't actually want the item, you just wanted the feeling of buying it. This simple pause can save you thousands every year. Facing your debt head-on is terrifying, but it's the only way to lower your cognitive load. Looking at the numbers takes the power away from the monster under the bed. When you know exactly what you owe, you can build a plan. Uncertainty is much more stressful than a difficult reality. Clarity is the first step toward calm. Consider the concept of intentional underspending. In a world that tells you to always want more, there is a radical power in choosing to live below your means. It creates a buffer of freedom. That buffer means you can leave a job you hate, start a business, or handle an emergency without panic. Savings are essentially stored time and autonomy. We also need to address lifestyle creep as we earn more. Every time you get a raise, try to save at least half of the increase. This allows you to slowly improve your quality of life without immediately inflating your expenses to match your new income. This stealth wealth approach is how people actually build long-term security. Let's talk about the psychological recovery. As you start paying off debt and living within your means, you will notice a shift in your brain. Your focus will improve, your irritability will decrease. You'll start to experience quiet wealth, the deep internal satisfaction of knowing you are in control of your life. It feels better than any purchase ever could. Breaking free also requires a change in your social circle. If your friend's main activity is shopping or expensive brunches, it will be hard to stay on track. Seek out value-aligned communities. Surround yourself with people who prioritize experiences, growth, and stability over flashy possessions. Environment often dictates behavior. When I finally sold that luxury car and moved into a smaller, more affordable apartment, people thought I was failing. But for the first time in years, I could breathe. I didn't have the status, but I had my soul back. I realized that the things I owned were actually owning me. Letting go was the most profitable decision I ever made. Remember, the goal isn't to be a miser. The goal is to ensure that your money is a tool that serves your life, not a master that rules it. True wealth is the ability to ignore things that don't matter, so you can focus on the things that do. It's about creating a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. If you're struggling right now, know that it's not just a lack of discipline. You are fighting against powerful psychological and societal forces. Forgive yourself for the past mistakes. The cortisol is making it hard to think, so start small. One mindful breath, one saved dollar, one honest look at the bills. You can rebuild your peace. As you lower your lifestyle costs, your financial independence number drops too. When you need less to be happy, you are inherently wealthier. This is the secret that the consumerist machine doesn't want you to know. Contentment is the ultimate hack. It makes you immune to the marketing and the pressure to keep up. Let's recap the breaking free framework. First, anchor yourself in stoic grounding. Your worth is internal. Second, use mindfulness to pause the dopamine loop. Third, apply the 50-30-20 rule to your finances. Fourth, be radically honest with your numbers. And finally, surround yourself with people who value substance over style. Imagine a life where you wake up and your first thought isn't about your bank account. Imagine the creative energy you would have if you weren't constantly managing financial stress. That life is possible, but it requires a trade-off. You have to trade the illusion of being impressive for the reality of being free. This transition isn't an overnight fix. It's a series of small, intentional choices. Every time you choose your peace of mind over a new gadget, you are winning. Every time you choose to cook at home instead of an expensive meal to fit in, you are reclaiming your time. These small wins compound into a life of profound stability. Your mental health is your most valuable asset. Protect it fiercely. Don't let the marketing departments and the social media algorithms dictate your stress levels. You are allowed to live a quiet, affordable, and deeply meaningful life. You don't owe anyone a performance of wealth. You owe yourself a reality of tranquility. As we close, I want you to take one action today. Look at your last 3 months of spending and identify one recurring expense that doesn't actually add value to your life. Cancel it, not because you have to, but because you want to. Start the process of decluttering your finances and your mind. The freedom is worth the effort. Living beyond your means is a heavy burden, but you can put it down. You can choose a different path, one paved with intentionality, mindfulness, and true security. Thank you for being here and taking this journey towards psychological and financial freedom. Remember, the best things in life aren't things. They are the moments of peace you've earned.